Amid strong calls for peace and political settlement, Afghanistan continues to crumble under a Taliban onslaught. In the latest, the Taliban captured 2 provincial capitals in 2 days. Zaranj in southwest Afghanistan, near the Iranian border, has become the first provincial capital to fall to the terror outfit due to a lack of reinforcements from the government, as confirmed by Nimroz province's deputy governor, Rogul Kharzad. The city had fallen without a fight. The city is strategically not as important. Hence, the fall of Zaranj is more of a psychological blow to the government and the forces that are desperately defending a string of provincial capitals against a Taliban onslaught. The Taliban also claim to have captured Sheberghan, the capital of Zojian province. Bordering Turkmenistan, the Taliban has managed to take control of most government buildings in the city. It is the home city of Afghanistan's warlord Abdul Rashid Dostum, who recently returned to the country amid violence. Taliban terrorists were seen seizing vehicles from Marshal Dostum's 500 unit. The insurgents also claim to have set prisoners free in the province. In a prison break, captives were fleeing from the prison in Sheberghan after Taliban managed to have control of the prison. The Taliban terrorists have intensified their clashes with the Afghan forces. They have attacked militias allied with the government, stretching their dominance to border towns. The Taliban now control vast parts of rural Afghanistan, and the massive fight is now progressing to the urban areas, that is mainly towards the northern part. The war has also been spilled into Herat city in Herat, Lashkargah in Helmand, Kandahar city in Kandahar. Fresh offensives have also been launched in Kunduz, while the capital Kabul is also under pressure, where the brutal executions have started, with the killing of the director of Government Information Media Center, Dawa Khan Manapal. In the wake of widespread violence, the UN Special Envoy for Afghanistan has questioned the Taliban's commitment to a political settlement. The envoy told the UN Security Council that the war in Afghanistan has entered a deadlier and more destructive phase, with more than 1,000 civilians killed in the past month during a Taliban offensive.
This is now a different kind of war, reminiscent of Syria recently, or Sarajevo in the not-so-distant past. To attack urban areas is to knowingly inflict enormous harm and cause massive civilian casualties. Nonetheless, the threatening of large urban areas appears to be a strategic decision by the Taliban, who have accepted the likely carnage that will ensue. In the past weeks, the war in Afghanistan has entered a new, deadlier, and more destructive phase. The Taliban campaign during June and July to capture rural areas has achieved significant territorial gains. From this strengthened position, they have begun to attack the larger cities.
The U.S. Embassy in Kabul has urged the U.S. citizens to leave Afghanistan immediately using available commercial flight options. The advisory is issued given the security conditions and the reduced staffing. U.S. Embassy in Kabul saying its ability to assist the U.S. citizens in Afghanistan is extremely limited even within Kabul. In a similar advisory, Britain has also warned all UK nationals in Afghanistan to leave the country immediately due to the worsening security situation. The Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office has updated its website to advise against all travel to Afghanistan. The Foreign Office also warned Britons not to rely on it for emergency evacuation, saying the assistance it could provide was extremely limited. Our correspondent Anas Malik has been tracking all those developments on the ground. He has sent us this report. Take a look.
I'm standing in Herat. The way behind me leads to Siakulekhi. This has been cordoned off. Last night, there was a major Taliban attack that was repulsed by the Afghan forces and the militia of Ismail Khan that is of support to the Afghan forces. This way straight leads towards Injid district. Injid district was previously claimed by the Afghan Taliban to have had stake over there. This is one of the few places where we saw intensified firing just last night, where there were multiple explosions as well that could be heard. Additionally, the Taliban have overrun the province of Nimroz. They've taken over the capital of Zaranj. They've also launched a fresh offensive in Kunduz city in a bid to take over the Kunduz province, and additionally the claim of having stake or having overrun Shabargan, the provincial capital of the province of Jawzjan, which is also the home of Afghan warlord Abdul Rashid Dostum.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.